Well, hello everybody, YouTube friends. Got a little cold, so never mind the low voice. But I've got a trombone here with a little bit of finish damage to it, probably from water or moisture in this case. It's been sitting for years, apparently, from what I was told. So we're going to just do a basic chem flush cleaning on this instrument, but then I'm going to cut that area away with some buffing compound and try and polish up that brass. And then I'm just going to spot that in with some clear touch-up lacquer just to make it look better. No real rocket science here, no major overhaul or complete refinish job, but just a touch-up. Let's see what it looks like when it's complete. So let's immerse this in an acid solution and see what that does. It won't take long. You see how that's foaming? Yeah. So it may turn a little bit pink because cleaning lots of instruments in this, the copper content builds up in the tank. And so it redeposits on bare copper sometimes. All right, so we got the green crusty off of it, pretty much. I just wanted to illustrate that. I'm going to immerse the whole thing though. And let that do its thing for a couple of minutes. But I wanted to give that bell edge a little extra treatment. Okay, let's just look at that now. So you can see that brass, we've cleaned that crusty green calcification off of this, and we're down to the raw brass. So let's go ahead and buff that and cut that away and see how that polishes. I'll put on my rather new 8-inch buff, see what happens. Well, that's looking pretty nice. This is going to turn out just great for a touch-up. That's going to be real nice for a touch-up. Now let's put on a rouge wheel. And I've been buffing with rouge compound in a different manner. First applying some rouge with a kerosene rag. Let me show you what that's about. Take my little cloth here, some kerosene. Put some kerosene on that. Rub it on the rouge cake. And then transfer this onto the piece. And the kerosene does a couple things. It lubricates, it prevents heat from building up too much, and it prevents the compound from embedding into any little pits in areas around us, especially on the old lacquer. And when I degrease this, of course, that will come off very readily, and there will be no problems with lacquering. Let's put on a nice rouge wheel. I'm going to use the big puffy one. And I'll go ahead and dress this with a little rouge too. Okay. You know, the biggest challenge on doing touch-up like this is where to start and where to stop. This bell will clean up. There's just a lot of scungy on there, and that'll clean up with some pledge on a cotton cloth, which I will do before I degrease this. But then this area, you know, we've got spotting around that area. And obviously the lacquer has darkened a little bit with age. But this is just a touch-up, just to make it look a little bit better than that old gross area. Now, we could do the entire inside of this bell, but, you know, really to do that right, we'd be adding, you know, another 2 hours, hour and a half. And it's just not worth that kind of money of an investment. They just wanted it to look a little bit better. And this will certainly do that. So we're going to just go with this and touch it with some lacquer. Let's see what that does after we degrease it. All right, so I got the whole area degreased thoroughly. I'm just going to spray the entire inside of the bell, because just trying to spray just this area, oftentimes you'll create a lacquer line, and I think it'll just look better to coat the entire thing. Over here, I'm going to risk it, and I'm just going to catch the edge. Let me turn on my fan.
adjusted the pattern from narrow. This is thinner. That should flow out. We'll give this a few minutes to flow out.
That looked kind of rough when I sprayed it, so we'll give it several minutes to flow out, and the inside of that bell should look quite decent. And you notice that I sprayed the very edge of the bell with some lacquer thinner only, just to kind of dissipate the edge. So we'll just let that hang about 10 minutes and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so let's take a look. Looks pretty good. That flowed out pretty nicely, as you can see. There's a lot of scratches in this horn, but it's better than it was, and they're okay with it. That's what they wanted to go for. This is an instrument that's been sitting for, I believe, 29 years, and the woman is taking it back up after having sat for 29 years from high school band. So there you go, little touch-up lacquer work, beautifying the interior, and so our eye doesn't get drawn to it. I've already worked on the slide. This was quite skewed. In other words, the inner slide was not sitting flat on this machined granite block, but it's good now. And thanks for watching.